Hey everyone, on this tutorial we'll go over how we can turn any mesh into an hexagon grid. It's a very quick tutorial, but a very interesting technique that yields some pretty cool results. So let's get started. As usual, we'll start with the geometry container, dive inside, and I'll create a rubber toy for this example. For the rubber toy, we do have a bunch of intersections going on here, so I'll just do some quick pre-processing to this. We don't need the shader. And the first thing I'm going to do is convert to VDB from polygons. Let's say we have 0.01. After converting to VDB, I'm just going to convert back to geometry. Convert VDB to polygons. And next I'll apply a remesh. This is where we'll set up the size of our hexagons. So let's see, 0.05. Yeah, I think it's okay. We can always adjust this pretty easily. The next step is going to be to apply a subdivide. Now, as you can see here, we already have the hexagons. Basically, we have these elements already in there, but we do have a bunch of extra edges that we want to eliminate. Now, the good news about this is that the point in the center of each one of the hexagons is the point that previously already existed on the original mesh before the subdivide. So that's how we're gonna get rid of those. I'll just create a point triangle. And it's really very simple. Basically what we want to do is establish a maximum distance. This is going to be dependent on the size that you establish here, the target size on your remesh. But let's say we have a float called maxDist. And it's going to be a channel, so it's easy for us to set it up. And once we have that maximum distance set up, for now I'm going to use like 1/5 of this size. So let's copy this parameter, go here and let's say base relative references divided by 5. And once we have that distance, we're going to use it on a near point function. So if the near point function looking for points on input 1, which is the second input, which is the original mesh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see which points on this mesh are really close to the ones that existed on the previous mesh. And if they find something really close, then we know those points are the matching for the original mesh. And those are the ones that we want to eliminate. So near points, if the near point function looking for points on input 1, which is the second input, based on each point position, of course, and with a maximum looking for them at a maximum distance of maxDist, if it returns something different than -1, then let's put that point on a group saying orig. So this is one of the original points of the mesh before the subdivide. So now we have that group, and the idea is for us to promote that group from point to edge. So we'll do a group promote, and we'll promote the group name orig to a new name called toDelete, todel. And from auto to edges. So these are the edges that we need to get rid of. Once we have that, all we need to do is create a dissolve and choose those edges. And there we have our hexagonal mesh. As you can see, it's not perfect. We do have a couple of quads, some pentagons, but it does look very sci-fi, and you won't have any seams or anything. The only thing you need to adjust is the maximum dist here. So I'll say find orig. So here you really need to play with this value. I'm actually gonna remove the expression and just play with it. Let's see, 0.05. So I'm not removing a few of the points that I really want to remove. Okay, 0.08. Okay, and I think this is good. This is the right value. So it's not that different from the expression that I had. Maybe we go back to the expression and just divide it by 6. And dividing it by 6, I think it's giving us a nice result. Of course, this may vary if you change the scale of your object, but after that, you have several options. Of course, you can just apply a normal, lower your cusp angle to 2 or something, then you'll have this effect. Personally, I also like to use the polywire. I think it's a great option. Of course, we do need a radius very small, but this gives you a nice kind of net. Okay, but you have control over the divisions, over a lot of things, and I think this is a good option. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this one. Very quick, very short, but really cool. And I'll see you on the next one.